One viewer wants to know, what character would you play?
If I could magically clap my hands and become a different person, then it would be cool to play, Jon Snow, say, who's much more of the classic hero. Everybody wants to be the classic hero, right?
The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist.
He's dead. All right, let's just get this over with. He's dead.
In what is probably one of the dumbest, worst written scenes of the entire series of Game of Thrones.
Not working on it anymore?
He's imagined every conceivable eventuality except this one.
And like that, he's gone.
Do you know what the Faceless Men are?
Only by reputation. I never trust godly men.
They're killers. And Arya was one of them.
Sometimes, when I try to understand a person's motives, I play a little game. What about happy? They assume the worst. Why aren't you happy? What do you want that you do not have? What's the worst reason they could possibly have for saying what they say and doing what they do?
At the moment, peace and quiet.
Then I ask myself, how well does that reason explain what they say?
It's a pretty picture.
And what they do?
Where did you get this?
Littlefinger gave it to me.
He's not a generous man. He wouldn't give you anything unless he thought he was getting something back.
To go through all of that and make your way home again only to find such chaos in the world. I can only imagine.
Chaos is a ladder.
Chaos is a ladder.
Do you know what the Faceless Men are?
Only by reputation.
Do you know what the Faceless Men are? Do you know what the Faceless Men are?
It's not silver. It's iron.
Only death pays for life.
Only death can pay for life.
What is it?
A coin of great value.
Could it buy a horse?
It is not meant for the buying of horses. All men must serve. Faceless men most of all.
Jack and Hagar.
Hagar gives a man his own name.
That's right.
If you would learn, you must come with me.
Where?
Far and away across the narrow sea to Bravos.
You have foreign blood, don't you, Baelish?
A great-grandfather from Bravos, yes. I suppose all of our ancestors came from somewhere else, originally. If we could speak alone, I can explain everything.
No, you don't die! Don't die!
He was no one.
I'm not playing this stupid game anymore!
We never stop playing.
I'll play a little game.
He told her to kill me. And now he's been promised another. girl is Arya Stark of Winterfell. And I'm going home.
You stand accused of treason. How do you answer these charges? Lord Baelish.
Unname me,
No.
please.
Sansa.
I beg you. And like that,
So he's safely
he's gone.
gone.
He wed Rhaegar and Lyanna in a secret ceremony.
Targaryen.
Are you certain? I need to learn to see better. When the long night comes again, I need to be ready.
The protagonist doesn't have to be likable or moral or a good guy. He just has to be interesting.
Every possible series of events is happening all at once.
You want something?
Live that way, and nothing will surprise you. Everything that happens will be something that you've seen before.
You know the whole fucking time!
Chaos is a ladder. Many who try to climb it fail. Never get to try again. The fall breaks them. Everyone is your enemy. Everyone is your friend.
Our author has quite a few stories about this because he was dating a sci-fi writer named Lisa Tuttle.
To marry Lisa Aaron.
Through the moon.
Why do they call you Littlefinger?
A man with no motive is a man no one suspects. Always keep your fools confused. If they don't know who you are or what you want,
Mockingbird.
they can't know what you plan to do next.
You created your own sigil, didn't you?
Yes.
Appropriate for a self-made man with so many songs to sing.
Valerian steel. And a very small man can cast a very large shadow.
It is beautiful beneath the sea. But if you stay too long, you'll drown.
Why did you really kill Joffrey? Tell me why.
I loved your mother more than you could ever know.
I understand you knew my brother Brandon as well.
All too well. I still carry a token of his esteem, from navel to collarbone.
Your Uncle Brandon. He almost killed Peter in a duel.
Why not? I'd read all the stories. The little hero always beats the big villain in all the stories.
Do you have a shred of honor?
He's just a boy.
Perhaps you chose the wrong man to duel with.
Please don't hurt him.
But it wasn't the man that I chose, my lord. It was Catelyn Tully.
Why don't you join us, my lord?
A woman worth fighting for, I'm sure you'll agree. In the end, she wouldn't even let him kill me.
In a better world, one where love can overcome strength and duty, you might have been my child. But we don't live in that world.
We were poor. We had no money. It was a
You
low
can imagine what it was
income
like for me, a boy from nowhere, with nothing to his name,
You've lost your mind. Get out!
watching these legendary men tilting at the lists. How many tens of thousands had to die because Rhaegar chose your aunt?
And then he kidnapped her and raped her.
The devil is in the details, of course.
Robert's rebellion was built on a lie. He loved her.
What do you want?
Everything.
I know exactly what he wants.
Do you?
Here's a great character. He's a hero, but really he's a villain because he's got a secret. But then when it comes time for him to do something villainous, he redeems himself by doing something heroic instead.
Valerian steel. It's mine.
It sounds like John's voice, but all he can see is a black silhouette.
And I look at that and I say, there it all is. It's in one thing. I mean, here's a great character. He seems to be a hero, but he's actually a villain. But when he comes to be villainous, he can't bring himself to do it, and he goes over back to the good side, and then he dies on the same mission that he's introduced in.